Alright. It's that time. It's time, chat. Actually, hold on. Is it time? There we go. Yes, there it is. Alright, we live, chat. We are officially live and direct. What's up, guys? What is up? What is up? What is up? I hope y'all are doing good. I hope y'all are doing great today on this fine. Hold on. Let me check my watch. Tuesday evening. You know, we kind of just talking, kind of just yapping, you know, blabbing, doing all that kind of good stuff. But yeah, what is up? What is up? What is up? What is up? Bro's late? Nah, impossible. Impossible. That's not real. That's not a real thing. But cool. What's up, guys? You know, MZ over 9,000. What's up, gang? Demon Akatsuo. What's up? Meyer the best. What's up? Africa. What's up? Detour. What's good? Ron Weedsley. Sleeping Danger. Trip. You know, what up? What up? What up? Let's see. Episode 1 was so good it made me go read the manga. I'm currently on chapter 20. Damn. Okay. What's up, Maria? What's up, Maria? Hope you're doing good. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, I watched the first episode yesterday, and wow, that was really good. Let me close this door. But yeah, that episode was really good. The opening was really good. The animation was really good. It was a very fun My Hero Academia experience. I'm not gonna lie to you. Phantom, I'm glad you enjoyed that first episode so much you're going on to read the manga. I will be keeping up with the anime. I've already read the manga, as you know, y'all know if y'all watched that last Vigilantes video, and if you didn't, you know, manga reader, have already completed it. But this anime seems like it's going to be a really interesting way to experience the series. Was good, dang. What's up with you, bro? What's up with you? Sleeping Danger, I wasn't even here yet. I precogged you, bro. I sensed your evil essence. But yeah. What's the first episode? I prefer that side of the story more than the normal. You know what, chat? Just for y'all, like for all the people in here, I'm gonna show you guys a sneak peek of a video that I'm working on, because this is something that has come up. I knew it was going to come up when I made that should you watch MHA Vigilantes video / beginner's guide to MHA Vigilantes you know, topic. I knew it. I just knew it was gonna come up, right? Wait, hold up, it's already out? Yes, it is. The first episode came out yesterday. But I knew the topic of discussion of MHA Vigilantes being better than MHA would come up. Even without the anime having come out, even without, like, you know, the influx of new fans trying to experience it or engage with it, you can tell and you can see it, not only in my comment section, but I've seen that sentiment a decent amount, excuse me, on Twitter. And, you know, I don't really hate the take necessarily. It doesn't really make me upset or anything. It's not blasphemous. Well, I disagree, and I think it's a pretty obvious disagreement on my part. It's not the end of the world. I do think that I am going to make a video. What's good, Pimp? Still, if I watch the episode, should I hop out for spoilers? No, you'll be fine, bro. You'll be fine. I'm not gonna get into spoilers, and if I do, I'll let you know. But yeah, fuck it. Just play the whole episode live on stream right now, man. Hell nah, bro. But I am making a video where I'm just gonna like tackle that topic straight up. Is MHA Vigilantes better than the main series? Maybe I'll have it out by next week in time for the next episode. You know, just try it out. But it is very funny and very interesting that damn, you're stuck. That people have that sentiment. And I have a few hypotheses as to why. I'll talk about them more in the video, but I really think it's largely less so about the respective quality of the series in an objective sense, or a sense in which, like, you care for what they're both trying to do, and people just really rocking with, like, Knuckle Duster and Koichi's vibe a little bit more. Hey, BR, I'm looking to get into basketball. Can you throw some matches on in the corner? Yeah, bro. I'll just actually get fucking eviscerated. Hence legato. Why would you hate on me like this? Yeah. I never quite got that take. It seems like it came from a place people wanting Deku to be Batman. That is part of it. That's why people like Knuckle Duster, I think, a large majority. And I'll, you know, like I said, being vague, you know, for non-spoiler reasons and all that. Vigilantes, it's in the name. They're not heroes in the standard sense. Like, they're, you know what I mean? MHA Vigilantes, spoilers, I guess, right? Like that, I mean, that's literally what the series namesake is about. And so I really do think a lot of people just wanted something different from the mainline series of MHA, and Vigilantes provides it in some capacity. So they just associate, oh, I got what I wanted. I got what I was initially looking for when I got it to MHA. Therefore, this is better than the main series. So it's very funny, and I'll be talking about it. What site do you recommend to record so let's watch the show? Crunchyroll, because this is an officially licensed and only legal. Not officially licensed is not the word. That's actually untrue. Not officially licensed. This is a stream, a channel for all those manga publishers and creators out there. We only support the official release here. Yeah, that's all we do, chat. That's all we do. My brother read the manga prefers Koichi over Deku. That is a take that I'm not going to lie to you is kind of insane, but you do see it a decent amount. You do see that take, like Koichi's a better protagonist. It really, you know what it is? It's also the JJK Zero or the Yuta's a better main character than Yuji effect, right? It's the shit of like, oh yeah, dude, like this alternate version of the series or this spin-off version of the series is just so much cooler. It should have been this way because it's different. When it's like, yeah, dude, they are just taking entirely different approaches. And you can have a preference. If you like Vigilantes more power to you. And if you like Vigilantes more because you think it's better, also more power to you. But I would implore a lot of the people saying it to think about what it is exactly about Vigilantes that's better. Because it's shorter. It has, and this is all my opinion, right? Obviously, you can disagree, but it has worse antagonists. It has a worse protagonist. It has a worse side cast. It has worse art. Now, that could be, the art problem could be remedied by the animation being really good for a lot of people. So maybe that's not really something that will apply to you. But generally speaking, while I like Vigilantes, I think it's good. And I think everybody in this stream, if you care about MHA at all, shit, if you actively don't like MHA because of the reasons I mentioned before, you still might like this series. And I would recommend it to pretty much anyone in here that hasn't given it a shot. I still recommend it. But if you were to ask me, gun to my head, hey, Ronan, which do you think is better? Every single time, 100 times out of 100, I'm saying the main series of MHA. I'm surprised that it's getting a simuldub. I mean, it's related to My Hero Academia. I imagine that it gets emotion just off of that. Let's see. Very excited to get to that final arc. I've heard some good news about it. That final fight, keeping it vague, and that final arc as a whole is some of my favorite stuff from MHA proper. It's just so far and above better than what the rest of the series is that it's one of those things to where, like, maybe if the whole series was consistently that good, I could maybe understand the take, but it's more of like a flash in the pan that peaks into those like really good MHA echelons generally. What site do you recommend for editing, recording YouTube videos? I'm trying to start my first video very soon. It depends. I will say if you're gonna do this, I think Final Cut Pro is what one of my friends uses. CapCut is not a bad one. I'm starting to use CapCut in addition to what I use Premiere. I use Premiere Pro primarily, but Premiere Pro is paid. Although, from what I've heard, I've actually legitimately, like no joke, I've never done this. Apparently, you can crack it. You can crack Premiere Pro and get it for free. Like I said, I'm a legal, law-abiding citizen. I don't do criminal and heinous acts such as those, but that's what I've heard. Premiere Pro is maybe once you've decided you're advanced. CapCut is a good one, I think. Final Cut Pro, I think, is a good one. Another one a friend uses is DaVinci Resolve. So any of those three would probably be pretty good. I'm going to be real. Sell me on this, Ronan? All right, Tessera. All right. So for this is for all of you guys else as well or whatever. All right, but let me get my bag from my friend, bro. Let me get my bag from my friend real quick. All right, Tessero. I know you like Aizawa. How do I know that? I don't know. It's just a vibe. I'm just guessing, right? I know you like some of the, some of the original cast. Listen, this manga has a backstory so good that a lot of people argue, and I can even see the argument for it. It should be in the main series. It's that important. It's that integral. It's that necessary. It's that high quality. It gives you context for some shit that happens in the main MHA series that has you kind of going like, damn, maybe Horikoshi should have implemented that himself. Maybe he shouldn't have left that for a spinoff, right? That good. Its final battle, its final instance, for personally, and it's a weird thing where I try not to gas shit too much because I don't want you going into it and you fail to like it, not because it's bad, but because it doesn't meet your expectations. For me, this is like a top 5 to 7 fight in the entire series of My Hero Academia. It's something you haven't seen in the main series at all. It's something you haven't seen in the main series at all. Aside from that, it's interesting world building. It adds it adds elements of My Hero's the world at large, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm trying to be vague but clear. It adds to the larger context of the world of MHA. It contributes to some of the themes of the main series by demonstrating how vigilantes like Koichi, like Knuckle Duster, are necessary because of the way the current system is set up. Sort of characters like Shigaraki falling through the cracks, right? Whatever. We get some really interesting. It's also pretty cozy. It has some of the slice of life elements that you get from the school life. That I think a lot of people do enjoy from MHA as well. So I can't say here, have a good stream. I'll listen to the VOD if I can. Hey, have a good one, Maria. No problem. Hope you have a good one. Do you still think we're greater than Deku versus Shiggy? Listen, bro. Let me just say this, right? This is not on some, I'm not trying to hate on Deku versus Shiggy. This is not me saying, that's a bad fight. It's an inadequate fight. It's whatever. Some of those opinions I hold, but that's not really me saying that. The final fight, I'll keep it vague, is still, to this day, one of my favorite fights in the entire MHA franchise. Point blank period. That's it. End of story. There's no caveats for that. There's no reasoning. There's no explanation. There's no blah, blah, blah. Obviously, it's going to differ person to person. It just is. You ask me, name 8 fights in MHA better than this one, I'd say no. I think that the main series has better pieces. I think that it has better setup. I think that Deku versus Shigaraki, to me, if you ask me before the final fight happens, can this go down as one of the greatest fights in all of anime and manga? Can it be one of the most entertaining things you've ever read personally? I would look at you, I would get real close, and I would nod my head and say, if Horikoshi does it right, this shit can be peak of the mountain kind of stuff. He has the art for it. I like Shigaraki enough for it. I think while Deku, I've had some problems with him, he's still a character that I thoroughly enjoy. The setup is there, the theming's there, all of that's there. He could have gotten it. And even with having all of those pieces, I think somehow, some way, Vigilantes pulls a fucking rabbit out of the hat and just gives you excellency on that final battle. It's just impressive. It just is. Vigilantes makes the mutant heteromorph and spinner subplot in MHA make sense and not out of nowhere. Yeah, that's also true. It's not better than the main series because the main series has a lot of good shit. It has a lot of good shit. This isn't me saying it's better. It does certain things better, but it's not better overall. Black Star Mifune 3 in Takamura versus Bison, the best fights in anime. That's fair. What made Izuku versus Shigaraki fall short? Fall short for me, if I may ask. It's a little bit of a long topic, but I don't mind. We're talking about MHA, right? I will I'm a little bit removed from the emotionality of it, so I can do it without like getting upset and or slandering it. I will just say this, right? There are a couple of elements that I think make up a quality fight, or not just a quality fight, but a fight that can go down in the history books, a fight that can go down as one of the greatest of all time. It needs excellent choreography, right? Not every fight needs to have excellent choreography, but if you want to go down as one of the best, you need great choreography. The spectacle, the in between, the visual aspect of it needs to be good. Now, choreography doesn't just necessarily mean martial arts. It doesn't have to mean something like that, although I do have a preference for that. I think it's fucking sick when mangaka do that. It doesn't have to be that. That's not necessarily the only way to choreograph something well, right? But choreography needs to be on 10. The characters and they like the dynamic needs to be elite on one end. One of those, at least one of these characters has to be on fucking fire in terms of their narrative. And the antagonist needs to be on 10 as well. And the conclusion needs to be good. Deku versus Shigaraki falls short of not only my expectations, but what I think it could have. Well, that's my expectations. Right? But not only falls short of what I think it could have been, but what I think it should have been at the bare minimum in all of those aspects. It just does. I think that we don't get enough full quirk usage from Deku and Shigaraki. A lot of the choreography, a lot of the actual context and the meat of that fight is spent with them staring at each other. I think a lot of the context of that fight is them not using their abilities to their full extent. I think Horikoshi nerfed Shigaraki a little bit because if he not only used Decay, but all of the other shit that All For One had stockpiled for him, Deku would have had an even more difficult time. So I think that from the purely visual, meathead, rah, give me cool looking shit part, it falls short a little bit. That alone keeps it from being absolutely generational, but it could still be excellent. It could still be great, blah, blah, blah. The next aspect that I think it falls short of the most is the conclusion. The conclusion, I will keep it spoiler free for anybody that hasn't read the manga. It was, to me, whack. It just was. I don't think that it's not that it didn't make sense necessarily how Horikoshi came to that conclusion. I'm not saying that the end result doesn't make sense. How we got there was simply kind of lame. Third, I think we don't get enough introspection from Shigaraki, and we damn sure don't get enough introspection from Deku. So, yeah, the art is great. The characters are great outside of the context of the fight. But when we get in it, he fumbles it, to me. Do you like Deku more than Koichi? Oh, 100%. Koichi's cool. I like Koichi. I have less problems with Koichi. Because Koichi is never presented to me as like something that could have been as great as Deku. Deku bothers me so much because I love his fucking character, but and this isn't me actually speculating on Horikoshi's feelings. I don't know the guy, right? But I love his character, and sometimes when I read MHA, it feels like he doesn't. It feels like he doesn't fuck with Deku like that. That's how I see it. This season is 13 episodes and the manga is 124 chapters, so I think it's going to be 2 seasons. 26 episodes I don't think will be enough to cover 124 chapters. Maybe if it gets like a longer second season, but I think it could probably get it done decently within like a 3 to 4 season stretch. But I have no idea. Deku had the potential to be one of the best new gen MCs. Deku had the potential to be one of the best MCs. Personally, I think his great moments show a level of brilliance and intrigue where I'm like, shit, hold on, Horikoshi, work with me here, work with me, right? But when he kind of falls short, he falls very, very short. That's how I see it. What about the full potential of Dabi? We see it could have been. Listen, I'll tell you this right now. Because I put up the community tab poll a little bit. Damn, that gets the hair all out of my face. That's a W move. But I put up the community tab poll where I was like, all right, what do you guys want to see full potential videos? What series you want to see full potential videos for next? I haven't checked it in a minute. I can actually just check now. But y'all seem. Oh yeah, Hunter. Okay. Oh, okay. Hunter x Hunter it is, right? Well, Hunter x Hunter I'll add into the rotation. I plan on doing all of these. But MHA, I didn't put on the poll just because you can only put 4 slots on there. And I plan on doing a sort of like rush through gauntlet of them when the final season comes around, which I think is October of this year. So when that comes, y'all can expect, and this is a broken Ronin promise. Y'all can expect a Deku version, a Shigaraki version, a Dabi version, a Toga version. At the bare minimum, you can expect those four. Those four are, broken Ronin guarantees. Everything else, up in the air. Maybe I can do an Uraraka version. Maybe I could do a Bakugo. Maybe I could do a Todoroki. I'm a little more iffy on those. But the characters I mentioned, they're locks. I went with Naruto because it's the most freeing one of the ones on offer. Yeah, Naruto has a lot too. So I'm going to get to all of them. Bleaches, I think I'm comfortable doing Naruto and Bleach, or Naruto and Hunter x Hunter, because let's be real, they're not getting any new content for them anytime soon, so I can just drop those whenever. Now, I won't lie to you, Chad. I'm going to be vulnerable for a second. I'm absolutely terrified y'all niggas are going to leave me out to dry when I drop those, because those are going to be bangers. I need y'all to show up as if it's a banger. So what I might do, I might drop a little test joint, maybe a couple of test joints in the meantime, in the interim. But I'm working on it. I got a Naruto specialist who's going to be making those thumbnails for me for the Naruto Full Potential ones. I'll just tell you this right now: those videos are going to be excellent. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Bro, disappointed it was Hunter x Hunter. I'm not disappointed, but like, I'm gonna do a Gon one, a Killua one, a Meruem one, a Chrollo one. You know? Yeah. Oh, I'm so down for those League of Villain vids. Yeah. Yeah. I'd never leave you hanging except for that Miwa video, bro. That Miwa video might low-key be one of my best pieces of work. It might be my best pieces of work. But listen, I like making the Full Potential videos. I really, really, genuinely do. It is so much fun to make those, and I have a really good time with that, right? So I just hope you guys, y'all show up and show out. Those are some of my favorite videos to make. So Hunter x Hunter, maybe I'll throw out one. I'll throw out one pretty soon. I already wrote a rough draft for a Naruto version. Once again, I'll keep it kind of under wraps. And those are series, so I want to push those videos out in a similar time frame. So I'll kind of get those in order. Blah blah blah. But it's exciting stuff. It's exciting stuff, chat. I'm like, I wish I could just spawn the MHA series right here, because y'all wouldn't believe how much I want to make those MHA Full Potential videos, man. Y'all wouldn't believe it. Y'all would not believe it. That's a really exciting prospect for me. Deku and Shigaraki, they're getting put on. Pop out and show, as some would say. Let's see. You watching the Wit Yaiba remake? I never. Yaiba's like the swordsman, like the samurai little kid, right? I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit looks clean as fuck. I gotta keep it a buck with you, bro. I gotta keep it a buck with everyone in here. I don't even know what the series is about like that. I never really heard of it before this remake. That shit looks clean. I saw some of the animations. I saw some snippets. I said, damn, nigga, they just throwing shit out there. And it's kind of beautiful. Fuck. Like, I haven't checked it out yet. I don't know what it's about. I might check it out soon, just off the animation alone. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That shit was looking mad nice. Mad beautiful, respectfully. You gotta see the intro? Yeah, I'm you know what? Fuck it, I'll check that out sometime soon. Where is it? What is it on? I need to see if I already have the one of the many subscription services I need to have to fucking watch shit. Is it just on Crunchyroll or something? Um, let's see. Does Slip and Slide evolve as and become way cooler? In a word, nigga, yes. Yeah. Need you and Creams to lock on Nagachi Akuta? Oh, we definitely are. I think it's winning the book club poll. And I said this before, right? If it doesn't win on the Honored Ones book club poll this week, fuck it. I'm reading it for myself anyway, right? That shit is getting read. You know anything about Ben 10? Yeah. Come on now. That's you know, on the Omnitrix. You know what I mean? Come on now. A Ben 10 stream would be peak. Well, wait, what? Well, what about Ben 10 is something about Ben 10 popping or some shit? What's going on, bro? Shit, tap me in. Baragachi Akuta's gonna move y'all so heavily. I'm locked. I'll say this, bro. I might have a heart attack because the Blue Lock Kagurabachi Gachi Akuta triple domain of art. Y'all might see me act out of character. That's all I can say. But just lock me into Ben 10 if you stream. I'm there. Okay. Ben 10. Let me roll that idea around in my head real quick. We'll see what we can do about that. I kept getting Goku Rakugai and Gachi Akuta mixed up in my head for some reason. I think they came out around similar times, or at least I heard about them around similar times. You know, both starting with G's and all that. It's an understandable mistake. Gachi Akuta is one of those manga where I'm like, damn, bro, this shit. Like, I might be expecting top 10 art for me, period. Like, low key. I don't know. Maybe that's crazy. I don't know. Beer, will you read Ichi the Witch? At ease, soldier, sometime soon. Listen, I know Ichi the Witch is going to be good, which is why, and here's the thing, too. I don't even have to read it to keep it alive. It's also popular. I can read it on my own, I'm going to say it fancily so you know I'm serious. I can read it on my own leisure. Not even leisure, leisure. I can read Ichi the Witch at my own leisure. I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to survive. Knock on wood, right? Because it's already doing well. I don't need to rush it. I don't need to force it. When I get into it, trust me, I know it's going to be great. I don't only see the vision, I hear the vision. I taste the vision. I smell the vision, right? I get it. There's some other stuff that needs to get read now-ish. Children Next the best new gen. Hold on. Come on now. I haven't even read any of these. I haven't read Trojan X. That's 1 volume. That's 2 volumes. That's 3 volumes. That's 4 volumes. Haven't even read it. You want to know why? Because I believe in Sui Ishida. I believe in Sui Ishida more than I believe in myself, gang. I know it's going to be great. I guarantee it's going to be great. Chat, on all of y'all's lives, no, something even worse, on all of y'all's hairlines, if I don't like Trojan X, no, on all of y'all's hairlines, I will like Trojan X. That's a guarantee. And I know that once I get into it, I will like talking about it. The only problem is that it feels like getting into Trojan X with an irregular release schedule and it being good might make me wish for a fate worse than death. I gotta be honest with you. I got half a Fire Punch I want to binge because I trust Fujimoto that much. W trust. What else? Do I have? No, I don't have Look Back and Goodbye Arian here with me right now. Unfortunately, I was just gonna try to pull that out. Dropping a volume of the manga is so disrespectful. Imagine that happened in the Cogger Bible live stream. It'd be the end. I don't even think you understand it. Look, I already bought a new volume to have in pristine condition. Ichi has been really good. Seeing Shiro Usazaki back at Shonen Jump is nice because God, her art is so pretty. Yeah. There might actually be a limit that I as a human being can take in terms of good art. Because you got to think about it, right? Imagine I get on everything y'all are telling me to get on, right? I'm reading Blue Lock and Kagurabachi already. Wow, holy fuck. I get on Ichi the Witch. Damn. I get on Gacha Akutu. Damn. I get on Chojin X. Damn. I'm just supposed to read 5 visually stunning series at the same time? You think that's okay for my heart? I have high blood pressure, chat. You think that's okay? You think I could just read whatever, consume whatever because it's beautiful and great and peak, and you think I'll just survive? There's got to be a limit. There's got to be a limit, chat. There just has to be. Feel as if you got to read Iruma-kun just to appreciate each of the Witch, both goated though. Really? Okay, that's interesting. I've heard amazing things about Iruma-kun though from like one mutual. Fire Force is back. I heard that Arthur vs. Dragon is top tier. Will it happen this season? I have no idea. I'm not gonna lie. I have opinions on Fire Force, specifically Arthur versus Dragon, that I know you guys are going to be able to survive based on my tone. They would get me drawn and quartered. My opinion on Arthur versus Dragon, and by the way, if this ever gets clipped out of context, if this ever comes back in my history, just know I can't be indicted on any charges. I'm not telling you one way or the other how I feel about the fight. If anyone, any Fire Force fan specifically, found out about how I felt about Arthur versus Dragon, I would be executed on the spot, Frenchman style. So I'll leave it at that. My art overload is insane. Reading Witch Hat at Lair. Damn, that's already crazy. Kagurabachi, Gachi, Ichi the Witch, and Blue Luck. Holy shit. Wait, Fire Force has that wide of a fan base. It's not that the Fire Force fan base is wild. In fact, for years, you wouldn't hear a peep from them. I don't even hear a peep from them now, right? I'm just saying my take is so blasphemous that people fuck it. Who's gonna none of y'all care, right? Arthur versus Dragon might just be the most regular, normal, pretty cool fight in manga that has ever been gassed up this much. I remember binge reading Fire Force, waiting to get to that fight, getting to it and thinking, that's it? This is what you were saying all of that about? I don't hate the fight. I don't think the fight's bad. People were putting it in conversations that, I'm going to be real, it did not deserve to be in. I'll be real with you. It's probably not even top 3 fights in Fire Force. It's probably not even top 3 fights in Fire Force. But that's just me. That's just me. I still got to read Fire Force as a Soul Leader. Let me not get into another one of my takes, bro. Did you think any of the fights we've seen in Fire Force so far, or in the entire series, are way better? Yeah. I think there are like at least 2 fights that are just like so far and clear. I'm gonna be real, but kind of feels like spoilers. So I'll just say the Benimaru fight. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And the last one. My art brain is like a kaleidoscope right now since I'm reading The Climber. Yeah. I can only imagine. Jesus. Where is AOT in your top 5? Top 5 worst manga I've ever read. Let's see. Witch Hat Atelier is freer in Levels of Gold. That one's going to be weird because, like, I'm probably going to want to watch the anime when it comes out, but I also am going to want to read the manga because of how beautiful I've seen it just in, like, snippets and stuff like that. I feel like I'm going to be put in a tough position. If the anime looks good, I might be stuck between a rock and a hard place. I think Benimaru is underrated when it comes to characters with aura. Yeah, not enough. Like he just doesn't come up enough in conversations. I think like his 2 major moments will probably do that though. Which had Atelier paneling might unironically be top 5. I could probably believe that theoretically. We recommending all this manga to BR. The hell the creams read. Let's see. I have BR on camera, live audio on public channels saying AOT's ending was fine. True quote, by the way. Fine means 7 to 10 minimum. If you check the definition, by the way. Listen, hands legato. I'll stand on that today. AOT's ending is not the reason that shit is ass. I'm not an AOT hater that's like, damn, bro, the ending really disappointed me. The ending was really bad. I think you niggas were doing a lot. I think niggas were dragging it. I'm someone who's been an AOT hater foundationally. No Titan. That shit was ass because it was ass through and through, cover to cover. The ending, shit, that might be the least boring part of the whole thing. But hey, just an opinion from a humble guy that just likes making videos on the internet. You know what I mean? What do I know? Let's see. What are your thoughts on solo leveling? Aura. It's cool. I like it. I don't know why people seem to have a weird hate boner for it because it was getting popular, but actually, never mind. I figured it out because it was getting popular. That's on me. Yeah. Do you prefer the new Ultimate Marvel comics or Absolute DC comics? Absolute DC comics, definitely. Let's see. I love being in an echo chamber. I mean, safe space where I can get my AOT takes validated. Type shit. It's Witch Hat Atelier. No, hold on. That can't be true. Like, I believe you, but that can't be true. No, hold on. Wait, hold on. Let me spell this. Hat. Atelier. No, that's not possible. I'm not an idiot. No, hold on. Let me see this. Atelier. Not even Atelier. Atelier? Witch Hat Atelier? Nigga, why is that so hard to say? Atelier? Witch Hat Atelier? Oh my god, bro. Fuck. Okay. The context makes it seem like you think AOT is decent, but just aren't a big fan. That's very fair. I don't know. I say a lot of different things about a lot of different series. I'm gonna be real with you. Um, my opinions on certain controversial series either get watered down or really ramped up depending on how I'm feeling, right? Like sometimes I feel like the AOT devil has its hand on my shoulder and is like, hey, buddy, you speak bad about the series again, I'm going to send all of my shooters to go handle you. And so sometimes I'm like, bro, it's actually not even that bad for real. And then other times I think, man, if you don't describe AOT being bad with the most colorful, expressive, verbose vernacular you have in your arsenal, the world explodes. And so I drag it. In reality, I just think it's kind of boring. That's it. I was just bored in watching and reading it. That's about it. But depending on the day you catch me, like I said, top 5 bottom worst things I've ever experienced, there's no way that could be true, right? But on the other hand, I thought it was, like, pretty good. You know what I mean? Bro doesn't even have an atelier. Kick this guy out of the scribe hood. Thanks, bro. AOT was peak though, anime only speaking. Listen, I'm not even here to shit on people that like AOT. I reserve that right for my friends and people that try to annoy me, right? Like Radman, yeah, I'll tell them AOT's literally below dog shit, right? The average viewer, that's fine. I mean, I'm sure I could understand. I'm sure that makes sense. I'm sure it does. It's just not for me. It's even one of those series that I think I could change my tune entirely on it if I reread it or rewatched it. However, it's kind of the question of, is whatever joy it can bring me in enjoying it greater than the joy it brings me in hating it? I don't know. That's a tough question. I can't lie, Blue Oak is actually my top worst. I'm not gonna lie. C. Miller, your next chat better be saying this is bait. I might have to ban you, and not just ban you from chat. I might have to eviscerate you off the face of existence. Like, the first, second, third, and fourth dimension might have to pretend you never existed in the first place. I can't lie to you. I gotta be honest. I'm so two-faced in my hating. I coined the term Shingeki no Kampf, but honestly, I enjoy the series like a solid 8 out of 10 for me. That's so real. Unbelievably real. I fuck with that. Yeah. So to reanimate it or rematch animated will break Twitter. Yeah. Mods sees him. Mods sees him. Like, just get him out of my sight. Like, take him out of my courtroom. What the fuck is this? Let's see. What is your actual bottom 5 things you've experienced? Jesus Christ, I don't know. I just know the worst thing I've ever read in my life was Basilisk, the Koga Ninja Scrolls. That shit is so fucking bad. I don't think I've ever, because it was such a short series. It's only like 34 chapters, right? So I was like, I just kind of randomly picked it up. And I was like, all right, I'm determined to finish this. I just want to finish this. I want to binge something. And with each passing page, each passing panel, each passing dialogue bubble, I found myself falling deeper and deeper and deeper into a pit of despair and disgust at like how actually, genuinely, non-exaggeratorially, not a word, bad that manga was to me. Holy fuck. It still surprises me to this day that I got I was able to get through it all. I gave that a 0.5. I gave that manga a 0.5, and I was being dead ass. God, bro. It was so shit. Yeah, as for everything else, I don't know if there are very many series that get like a super visceral negative reaction out of me like that. Um, I'm kind of like just a chill guy otherwise. All right, bro. Yeah. Yeah. You go and hold that 1 minute for me, bro. I do good deeds because I know Blue Look is filled with. I know hell is filled with Blue Look volumes. Fuck you. Holy shit. Um. Spider-Man No Way Home might be in my bottom 3 media I've ever had the displeasure of watching. That's not real. You don't believe that. You somehow like. You somehow knew that that would like minorly piss me off, and that's why you said that. Yes. Yeah. That's not. No. No. Bottom 3. It's not even the worst fucking MCU Spider-Man movie, man. You know what? It's fine. I'm clearly. Homecoming is pretty shit, though. I won't lie. Homecoming is pretty shit. I don't think it's bottom 5 worst things I've ever experienced. It's not that bad, but god damn is it boring. Opinions on Sonic the Hedgehog? I literally don't have any. Sonic missed me as a kid. I never played the games, never really watched the shows, didn't watch the movies. Just Sonic media. Yeah. Shujika's a tragedy because I absolutely love the way Shin is illustrated by the artist. Sometimes Shujika no Rokunin is bad. But god damn, am I curious how this bad manga is going to end, man. I can't even lie to you. I can't even lie to you. Oh, Gintama shit, too. Gintama's bad. Oh, I forgot a really obvious one. Shitman Reborn. Shitman Reborn might be right next to Basilisk in terms of how fucking bad it is. I pray that Tessero isn't in chat because I'm not even trying to antagonize him right now. I'm really just speaking my truth. I pray that he isn't in chat at this current moment. But holy fuck, that is the least funny, least enjoyable, least quality 70 chapters I may have ever read. Fuck it. May have ever been put to paper. People say get past it. Get to chapter, get to the first series arc. One, I defy you to tell me that the first quarter of the manga or the series can be thrown away and the rest of the series is actually good. I don't know if I believe that. I just don't. Secondly, it is so fucking bad. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad, man. It's like, chat, have you ever been like near a coworker or like, a classmate or something and they just make a bad joke? Like a joke, not a joke that makes you uncomfortable, just a joke that is like unfunny. It's cringe. Thinking about like, damn, that was kind of a bad, like when you sit and think about it, you're like, fuck, that was ass. That was kind of whack. That was kind of lame. God damn. Imagine if that was fucking happening for 70 chapters over and 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 over again. Just pure fucking ass. I can't hear the hate because we're getting an anime remake. You're going to stub your toe tomorrow. I guarantee it. Oh, you guys want like One Piece then, or Black Clover gags? They spam them. Listen, dude, One Piece hater here. One Piece is transcendentally better than Hitman Reborn. Like, I want to make a distinction here, right? I want to make a distinction here because I'm about to get into some like really hateful, colorful speech, right? So I want you guys to understand. This is not me saying that the author of Hitman Reborn is bad at writing. This isn't me saying they're bad at drawing. This isn't me saying they're bad at making manga. This is merely the opinion of a guy who doesn't like something that they made. It's not the end of the world. You know, feel free to disagree. The reason I give that disclaimer is because I don't want what I'm saying to be truly misconstrued as hate towards a person. It's more hate towards the product or my experience with it. Okay? To compare One Piece, a series that I historically hate on, a lot for fun, a lot just because I just don't think it stacks up to the hype that it gets. To compare those two manga is to compare like somebody shitting in their hands and smearing it on a wall to the Mona Lisa. To even let me not get more mad than I already am, bro. To dare to make the comparison is to hate art itself. Okay, I got it. Here's what it is, chat. It goes cave paintings, Hitman Reborn as the genetic missing link, all other manga. Hitman Reborn is an evolutionarily distant level of ass compared to One Piece, Black Clover, almost whatever other series you could think of. That's the gap. It's not heaven and earth. It's not heaven and hell. It's not 3D and 2D, 3D and 4D. It is, oh my God, bro. It's fucking, I don't even know, man. Oh, fuck, man. I genuinely wish I could get back the time I fucking wasted reading that manga thinking I was gonna like it, bro. God damn. Noted BR thinks One Piece's art clipped. Do your thing. Do your thing. Give Hokuzono a handful of shit and a concrete wall and he mogs the Mona Lisa any day. Well, yeah. Ooh. Anyways, people that like Hitman Reborn, aside from Tessero, y'all are, I think, hot take, I think y'all should be allowed to have rights in society. That's a personal take of mine. I know it's a little radical, but I don't think that you guys shouldn't get rights, personally. Oh, man. I'm glad to know that I really only hate two manga like that. Somebody was asking me if I really hate Gintama like that. No, the first episode was just, it actually just put me to sleep, bro. It actually just put me to sleep. I'm gonna praise him and Reborn every time I see you, Ronan. I know. I understand. It is what it is. It is what it is. Some rights, sure. It's more of a question of how many rights do they deserve. Man, I don't know. I'm actually not sure. I don't know. I didn't think that far. I thought them having any was honestly, it's honestly enough thought. Gintama stronger than sleep medicine. I'm not even saying the whole series is, right? I'm just saying episode 1. Fuck it, since we're hating. One Piece episode 1, the first episode of One Piece, and the first episode of Gintama genuinely, like, knocked me unconscious, bro. Like, you would think Mike Tyson doubled his strength and speed and hit me clean in my jaw the way I fell asleep on those first 2 episodes, bro. I can't describe how boring those 2 episodes were. Like, they weren't offensively boring in the way Shitman Reborn and, like, Basilisk was, right? That's a different kind of, that's a painful boring. Gintama, it put me in a sleeper hold, and I just passed out. BR, that first episode was filler. You're supposed to start with episode 3. It's odd, I know. I'm not even saying Gintama's ass right now. I'm just saying that first episode, melatonin. Hey, Tessero, I know you liked Code Geass, man. There's no point in pretending that you didn't, but it's okay. I understand. One Piece episode 1. I was watching with my brother too. I hold on. On the Kagura Bible, I would never joke about this, chat. You know this. On the Kagura Bible, me and my brother both fell asleep watching the first episode of One Piece. I swear to you. I swear to you we did. It was so fucking slow. Yeah, needless to say, trying to watch the One Piece anime would have actually killed me. At least the manga is, like, bearable. Read One Piece. I already read some One Piece. I stopped at where did I stop? I stopped at Impel Down, I think. Yeah. I think that's the name of the arc. Dog, I kind of like One Piece and fall asleep watching the anime sometimes. When Gintama gets serious, it has some peak arcs. I bet. But I've heard that the funny parts are, like, integral to the character building and shit. So, like, I'm not trying to even dismiss it. I'm just saying it is just the first episode was not resonating. The first Usopp arc, bottom 1 fiction of all time. Dude, that and Long Ring, Long Land. Holy fuck. Holy shit, dude. The things I could get off my chest about One Piece, but that's a conversation for a different day. BR needs Subway Surfers under his anime. Hey, bro, listen. If you can stay awake, having popped 1 metric fuck ton of melatonin, that's your prerogative, bro. Me personally, I don't macro dose on the shit. I'm not used to it, right? You know, you've become accustomed to the One Piece anime. You become accustomed to 400 reactions to one punch being thrown, and that's cool. I'm not even hating on you necessarily, but don't get mad at me because my immune system ain't set up for that, bro. LMAO put One Piece at 2 times speed. See, I know when niggas gotta make. Listen, One Piece seems like a pretty useful tool for people, right? Getting into it better. That's cool. I'm not even hating. That's cool. It's fine. Whatever. But how are y'all gonna act like I'm crazy when niggas are making One Piece and not just getting rid of filler? By the way, if it was just getting rid of filler, that's one thing. We got Dragon Ball Z Kai. I'm sure there's like a Naruto Kai out there or some shit, right? Whatever. That's fine. One Piece removes shit in the canon episodes because of how fucking boring, poorly paced they may be. If the One Piece fans are like, fuck it, dude, we gotta make this bearable. Two times speed, bro. Niggas out here trying to have me watch what like an anime the way Creams watches a fucking YouTube video, bro. I'm sick. Amen. Amen. Shout out One Piece fans though, bro. Y'all funny sometimes. Yeah, like as long as you niggas are talking about Mihawk versus Shanks, y'all funny as hell, bro. Y'all funny as hell sometimes. Worst Kagurabachi chapter better than the best One Piece chapter, although worst Kagurabachi chapter doesn't make a lot of sense considering they're all 10s. Preach. There's a reason y'all are getting a remake? Yeah, greed. Let's see. Nita, LeBron, and Jordan versus Gojo and Sukuna, the strongest supers in history versus the strongest. Nigga might have just given me an idea, chat. No bullshit. No bullshit. No bullshit. No bullshit. No bullshit. No bullshit. Hold on. No. Yeah, I'm right. Hold on. It's not taking the idea in full, but I will be taking it in part. Y'all gotta fight back, bro. Just slander Mega Me. M3D, I will ban you for so long that your ancestors will get into this chat before you do. LeBron versus Miwa, who you got? La Pookie Bear, La Captain America, La Glorious King. That's easy. Yeah. Yeah, chat. I got an idea. Squidward. I got an idea. Yeah, lock me in, chat. Lock me in. Oh my fucking god, bro. Sometimes I think I'm in a Blue Lock edit and then I blink and I find myself bumming. Hey, bro, we about to get you editing something for Blue Lock, relatively soon if I get my shit together. Hope you're doing good though, gang. Blue Lock editing or lack thereof aside. Sukuna versus Gojo is like if Hooper's got less skilled over time. Yo, low key, JJK is for niggas that think Jordan is better than LeBron. Is that what you're saying, bro? Like, are you saying that like niggas that thought Gojo would win? Nah, that's crazy. Hold on. Oh, Luckin as the Burger King. Yeah, is there Shigiri versus Fleetway Sonic? Who's faster? So there's the King comparison with Baro. There is the Isagi adaptation method. There's even the speed method. Are there more? Oh, there's the copy method. Yeah. Okay, I also have the copy method. Are there any other like Blue Lock abilities in which I could compare them to other fictional characters and people don't think it would make sense, but it actually does? Chigiri versus Grimjow, Panther versus Panther. Fucking hell, dude. Yo, hold on, chat. Walk with me for a second. Nah, that's crazy. I was gonna say like a Rin versus Shigaraki, destruction versus destruction. I don't know if it'll work though. I just don't know. Oh man. Chat, you can't expect a video like that for me anytime soon. I just don't think it'll do that well. I just, I mean, Rin versus Shigaraki, that doesn't even make sense. Man. Woe is me, right, chat? Ronan, how many steps do you have right now? Let me check. I got 11,000 steps right now. Rin's destruction mode is closer to revive Toji. Oh my god, Chad. If there was a Blue Lock character that was stated to have no ego whatsoever, the way that Toji video comparison would be made. Isagi versus Itachi. Listen, I won't spoil anything. I'll just say Sai versus Itachi. No, Itachi versus Sai. Who's the more abusive big brother? Yo, chat, that might do gangbusters. Hold on, chat, that might do gangbusters. What we think, chat? Chat, what we think, chat? Abusive brother scaling, what we think, chat? Nah, it's actually insane. I would never, like doing something like that is actually crazy. Only an insane person would even think and conceive of a video idea like that and go through with it. Trauma scaling is wild, but think about it though, low key, it's a lot closer than you. Just like with the Isagi Mahoraga shit, you think it goes one way, and then you think about it some more, and it's like, fuck, you're actually kind of spitting. It's actually close enough to make a video on. Low key, like I'll just say this, right? Sure, Sai didn't put like Rin in a Genjutsu in which he relived his parents dying over and over. But I've also never seen Sasuke stick his tongue out and fight uncontrollably because of the trauma his brother inflicted on him. Kaiser versus Johan. Who's the better manipulator? Kaiser Impact versus Night Guy. Who has the ultimate kick? God damn, bro. Let me think. Let me think, chat. Let me think. Damn. Ego versus Terrence Fletcher is still a fire idea in my book. Yeah, that's not a bad one. That's not a bad one at all. It'd give me an excuse to rewatch Whiplash again. Itachi never played soccer with his life on the line. Fuck, dude. Mamba mentality versus ego. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let me write down that Sai Itachi one, bro. Hold on, wait a minute. Alright, bet. Honestly, I'm going to play soccer with my life on the line soon to see what it's about, type shit. Shido versus Hisoka. See, I was thinking that, but I was we need more on Shido. I think we need more explicit shit on Shido to make that like an interesting conversation. I just think we do, but I was thinking something similar. Sakamoto versus MacGyver. That one's kind of clever. I like that. Dude, I could actually just like hold on. The whole king motif is pretty common in anime. I could deadass just throw Baro a bunch of against a bunch of characters and niggas that I like more than him, and just like monetize Baro hate. Yo, low key, that kind of sounds gas. Because if I'm like Baro versus Meruem, King versus King, and I don't actually compare their ideologies, I just power scale both them niggas, and regardless of whether or not it's the truth, Meruem wins, and then I do Baro versus Sukuna, right? And then Sukuna wins, and then I do Baro versus Lapuki Bear, and then I make Lapuki Bear win. That's 3 videos that are like, I got to get off like work Baro hate. Yo, low key, that might be peak. I don't know, bro. Has Hisoka ever knocked up a goal? No, he hasn't done that. He hasn't done that. Explain why you hate him, please, man. I've never gotten the explanation. Anti-aura. It's a high level concept. Kunigami versus Kurapika. Even more Kunigami, I feel like at its current stage. Let me think. Other Blue Lock characters. Fuck. Other Blue Lock characters. What could I do with them, man? I guess I'm already using like a lot of the main ones. Maybe I shouldn't be so greedy. Kunigami versus Don Gai Ichigo. Oh fuck. Nishioka, the Aomori of Messi, the Messi of Aomori versus Akari, the missing gambler. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, what you're going to see is me writing a character for Kaneshiro because there's no way in hell I'm making Akari win. It's just not possible. Oh, Kaiser one would be really cool. Let me just look up anime emperors. Let me just see if there's like. Let me see that. I might get a bunch of One Piece niggas, but let me see. God, these niggas lame as hell, bro. Baro's domain has a lion, bro, and as we all know, Yuji is a wolf, and he beat Sukuna. Lions beat wolves. The king 100% claps Sukuna. I'll give you credit for your ability to string together bullshit. I even if it's with a character I dislike, I always do appreciate that skill, and I do mean that unironically. I genuinely am impressed and admire people who are able to do that. It's like bullshitting is super cool. Yukimiya versus like blind Sekitachi who can see less. That's insane. I shouldn't have even actually given voice to that thought. That was absurd. Holy shit. My bad. Um let's see. Anybody got like a very popular, famous like BL romance manga? I could just do Blue Lock versus whatever that is. You know, which series is gayer? I think Blue Lock is probably gonna have a pretty good point in its own way. BL and Baki, which is gayer? I don't even think Baki compares in terms of gayness. If I'm remembering correctly, I think in terms of pure homosexuality, there's no way Baki compares. I just don't think it's nearly as powerful. Now, in other ways, it's absolutely insane. But Elijah, you might be a fucking genius. Nagi Reo in Satsugoju or whatever the fuck they say for Gojo in the fucking ghetto. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, chat. You might have just opened me up to a whole new market. Elijah, you're the fucking. Oh my god, bro. You're the goat, man. You're the goat. You're the goat. You're the goat. You're the goat. You're the fucking goat. Yeah, that's getting written down. Holy shit. Holy shit, you're locked. Holy. Because chat, it seems like bullshit, but it really just gives me an avenue to genuinely articulate my thoughts on these characters and their dynamics in a really explorative way. Like, it seems like bullshit, right? It seems crazy. But yeah, that's the kind of innovation I want to fucking see. Holy shit. Oh my god. This is an amazing way to segue smoothly into romance with Ronin type shit. Oh my god, y'all are getting it. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Sato Sugu. Okay. Sato Sugu. Ba. Oh my god. Bro, and then the Naru Sasu, like the strongest ship of today versus the strongest ship in history. Chad, I genuinely and truly don't know if y'all think I'm joking. I'm not. Narusasu versus Baku Deku might get me put on a t-shirt, but I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to do it. I'm willing to put myself on the line for it. I'm willing to put myself on the line for it. This is amazing. This is wow. 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 Elijah, thank you for being the catalyst for this. I appreciate you. Narusasu clears, I can't lie. Listen, it does, but they don't gotta know that. Fuck yeah! Need Hikari to re-enter the manga ASAP to do some serious queer baiting to get Kagurabachi in these discussions in a serious way. Yeah, it's gonna need some time. I'm not gonna lie to you, because like Sadasugu, Baku Deku, Narusasu, like I don't know what Hikari and Chihiro's shipping name is, but they're gonna need to put in some work before they can get in here with the big dogs. Holy shit. Sadasugu greater than Narusasu. Nah, see, this is why the streets need a BL analysis. No, I'm actually going to need to recruit. No. I'm going to need to recruit gay thoughts and people into the to help me do the research and get different perspectives on this. Now, this is going to be a project. Hakuhiro? Oh, Hakuhiro. Hakuhiro kind of got it on name, bare minimum. That's Aura. Hakuhiro is Aura. The only one that I think is comparative in terms of like W Aura is like Narusasu. Low key. Oh yeah. Hold on, let me look some up real quick. Let's see. Yeah. Huh. Dane Braun clears Narusasu and Baku Deku. I like Ronin Braun more. I like Ronin a little bit more, personally. Zoro X Sanji. This nigga thinks I'm gonna make a video about Sanji in a positive light. Fucking hell. Brain solos all ships. Thank you guys for these wonderful ideas. A chill on Sanji that's twin? Nigga, we need to get the cops. What do you mean that's twin? What do you mean that's twin, bro? Nigga, go be twins in jail. What the fuck? Wow, chat. Y'all gave me some fucking ideas. Whoa. Does Bleach have big ships like that? I wonder. Ichiruki? Hey. Hey, man. If I'm willing to put my life on the line. It might open me up to a market, I'm not gonna lie. Ichigo Ruku gave me platonic vibes, not gonna lie. That is what Kupo meant for that to give, so you are correct. You're correct, you're correct. It up 7. Oh, that movie is not canon. Yeah, knowing what movie I'm talking about when I'm saying you're gonna go to prison is crazy. He also got some other shit, bro. Did the anime push for Ichiruki? Apparently, that's what I've heard. I'll have to do research into that before I make the video to really, really know for sure. But that is what I've heard. Yeah. That is definitely what I have heard. Have you finished Better Call Saul season 2? So how'd you like it, and will you make content on it in the future? I haven't seen Better Call Saul season 2, and I don't really know what I'd make content on Better Call Saul for. I'm actually just enjoying the show, but I haven't finished it yet. No. I feel like as if there isn't much Bleach shipping outside of Ichihime, Ichiruki, Ukihime, and occasionally Yorusoi. Yeah. Definitely not that much, and I think the one I would mainly focus on is Ichiruki. That's kind of like the biggest, most controversial one that I've come across, at least. Yeah. Huh. Interesting stuff, chat. I'm going to keep that in mind. I'm going to keep all of this in mind. What up, Ronan? Love the Vigilante video. I'm glad to hear that, below us. I'm glad to hear you enjoyed it. That's really nice. You have Sasuke and Killua in your top 2 side characters, right? So who's number 3? I don't know if Killua was necessarily. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I do have Killua too, because if it wasn't for Sasuke, he'd be the best or whatever. Damn, the Bleach fandom never shipped Ichigo and Aizen. No. I won't say no. I wasn't there. I've never seen it. Denji X the mental health devil video when? I don't feel like he has a very close relationship to the mental health devil. I feel like he ignores it and the therapist. I've only seen people on TikTok do it, but Kaisagi is psychotic. Pretty fun. Funny, at least, but psychotic. Any collabs coming soon? I don't know. I can't say for certain. All I know is that I have some, I got my work cut out for me in the future. All right. Yeah, chat. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, that's it, chat. That's a pod. Or that's a pod is crazy. Muscle memory. That's a stream. I am going to get to work on some of these video ideas that you guys gave me, some video ideas that I've been mulling over for myself. I got a lot of work before me, to put out some good videos for you guys, grind season and all that. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will be streaming again either this Friday or Saturday. I'm going to be doing a Building the Strongest Hero stream. I might do a part 1 and part 2. I don't know yet. That's not for certain. But what I was thinking is I could do a Building the Strongest Hero stream this week, and then next week doing a Building the Strongest Villain stream, right? I could do something like that. We'll see. We'll kind of play it by ear. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. That should be very, very, very fun. I'm excited to make that. So make sure to show up. Hope to see you guys there. And I will see you in the next one. Members, expect a drawing stream tomorrow. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.